In one of my Minecraft creative worlds, I was messing around and I made a space hotel room. The idea came about because of this method to make a small space look like the infinite, empty, dark sprawl of space. But that's not important. What is important is introducing the concept of this video. I use Blender every once in a while, and I thought that it would be a nifty little idea to recreate some of my old Minecraft builds into a neat, three-dimensional Blender project. So here's that. That is what you are about to watch right now. Okay, so obviously we gotta delete the default cube, but before anything else, I'm bringing in I'm bringing Barnaby in this project for scale. I'll add a basic placeholder version of everything we're putting in this room. Flat walls are boring, so I was inspired by the weird grid texture of the quartz used in the Minecraft version of this thing to make the walls a bit less flat. Right now you are seeing me make these big cool looking tiles that I'm gonna put up against the bedside wall. Also, side note, I never know if I should make these videos past, present, or future tense. Cause like I write the scripts of these videos before, during, and after I actually make the thing you're seeing. Also, if we're being honest here, I know the audio sounds bad. It's a mobile phone microphone. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me there. Anywho, so yeah, I added these tiles and wow, look, here they are up on the wall. Truly majestic. Also, I keep forgetting to turn on the thing that makes Blender look cool and not boring and gray. So here, wow, so cool and so colorful. So unlike the Minecraft build, the Epic Gamer lighting isn't going to be direct light. The actual lights are going to be hidden and you're only going to see the light reflecting off the walls. So here I'm making the holder thing that's going to hold the lights in place. They're angled backwards so the light will hit the walls without you directly seeing the light. And now I'm copying and pasting this light holder to the top and bottom of every wall. I'm hoping the holder and also the actual light will do a good job of framing the floor and the ceiling in a nice futuristic way. Also for this corner right here, I'm just putting a pole thing so I don't have to connect the two light fixtures in a proper way because I do not want to connect the two light fixtures in a proper way. I guess I'll do the nightstand next. I don't know what a futuristic nightstand is supposed to look like, so I cheated and looked up futuristic nightstand, a theme that you're going to see a lot in this video. I guess this is what they're supposed to look like. Who would have guessed? Not me. Anyway, I'll put some cool futuristic stuff on them once we start texturing. Well, once I start texturing. You know, you really could start helping out here. You're just sitting there watching me do all the work. I mean, seriously, look at yourself. Okay, well anyway, I guess yeah, the desk. I'm gonna model the desk.
I realized I didn't leave any room for me to show the actual nightstand, so here that is.
The desk is going to have a big curve in it because curves are futuristic and spacey, I guess. Actually, it's going to have a lot of curves in it. The amount of curves directly correlates to how futuristic it looks, if you didn't know. It's scientifically proven. Also, I thought that I made the desk way too big to fit in the space it's supposed to go, but it actually turned out to be like nearly the perfect size, so that's pretty cool. For the mattresses, I was thinking of just yoinking the bed I made from another project and inserting it into here. I am going to make a new bed frame for this scene because like futurism and stuff. I'm adding a little slot for lights to go because lights are cool. I think lights are cool. What do you think? I think they're cool. Now heading over to the entertainment center, I'm going to do something similar to the desk, but with another shelf in the middle and filling in the bottom section so you could put stuff there. Oh yeah, I found out that I messed up the desk and the bottom part isn't actually level with each other, but I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that and move on. I don't remember what this block between the fridge and TV was supposed to represent, so I'll just replace it with a beanbag chair that I downloaded for free. I think it looks pretty cool, pretty cozy. I'll probably put something next to it later because it feels kind of empty between the beanbag and the fridge. But anyway, I'm tired of modeling, so let's texture the stuff already made. Yay, my least favorite part. I mean, for this project, it shouldn't be too hard since it's the future, so nothing gets dirty and everything is squeaky clean, obviously. So that's what the future is. Everything is clean, and that's about it. Oh hey, it's me from another time. Everything you just watched was recorded several days ago for me writing this part of the script. Sorry to break your immersion of everything happening one after the other. But anyway, I just found out I was recording in 720p this whole time, so yikes. Anyway, I changed it to 1080p so everything should be all
crystal.
Okay, back to the thing you came to watch. Okay, remember the part about the bed frame and everything? Yeah, forget that because I think it's ugly and I want to make something more like this. I think this design just flows better with everything else and looks less forced, if you know what I mean. Hopefully you do. You probably don't, but that's okay, I guess. It took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out how to get the curved shape, but don't you worry. I got there eventually. Come on, you gotta believe in me a little bit. Also, I forgot to add a headboard, but like, it's the future, and like, what's even the point of headboards anyway, you know what I mean? Alright, that's boring. Let's do something not boring instead and add lights, because lights are awesome. I love lights. They're so cool. I'm gonna go with some nice cold light blue lights for now, but I might change some of them later. I probably won't though, because I think it looks really good right now. Alright, now with most of the big things done, the kitchen area is the only thing left I need to do before the details. I've never seen a futuristic fridge before, and I don't know what I expected when I looked it up, but I thought this one looked pretty cool. The kitchen counter should be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna put a nice simple slab on top of a bigger slab. I'll also model a nice wide sink because it's the future and everyone has finally realized that wide sinks are the best sinks. And of course, I'll have to add only the most futuristic looking of faucets. And also another futuristic looking faucet because it's the future and everyone has finally realized that double faucets are the best faucets. Now that all the significant parts of each room are done, I've been thinking of what to do with the walls and ceiling. I don't want to leave them completely empty because that would look very boring, but I also don't want to add too much detail. I think I'm going to go for a kind of subtle patterned tile look along the left of the TV and behind the kitchen area. I'll also put up some black acoustic tiles behind the beanbag chair and the desk. Come on guys, we really can't have the room being too echoey. I'm going to properly finish this TV as well. I'll put a little mount on it and make the screen a different material. I'll also add the wall mount to the acoustic panels so they have some more depth. It's probably like way too late in this project to start actually thinking about the walls and stuff, but here we are. I'm gonna make the walls shiny with a small tint of orange, just to contrast the blue lights. If we colored the walls pure white or with a hint of blue, the room would feel really sterile and it would be kind of depressing. Okay, this room has had a severe lack of privacy up until now. I don't feel like putting as much effort into these doors as I probably should, but I just can't, I can't really be bothered, honestly. Like, their doors, they're not that interesting. Of course, I have to add these fun peepholes that hotels always have, even in the future, because they're too cool to get rid of. I am, however, gonna remove the peephole from the bathroom door. Oh yeah, did I mention the massive missing corner is the bathroom? I mean, you probably already assumed that if you noticed, since this is like the most generic hotel room layout there is. Okay, I have no idea what happened, but like a bunch of the footage I recorded just isn't there. So let us now commence the fun practice of pretend and imagination. In a faraway land, this chap with average to below average blender skills weaves a spell of wondrous wizardry and adds only the finest of wild plants to the blender project they are crafting, pixel by pixel. However, that is not all. No, for there begins to appear light, not just any light, but light emitted from objects suspended from the lofty heights above. And so it was that these so-called ceiling lights could not simply be any ordinary lights, but hexagonal marvels fashioned with such skill and care as to evoke a sense of futuristic grandeur and sophistication, and to add a touch of warmth and coziness to the scene. They were tinted with a hue of radiant orange, casting a soothing glow upon all who entered the space, so as to not overwhelm guests with the ice-cold blue hue that accents the room. Oh, wow, what a great imagination you have. Weird that it perfectly coincided with what I put in this video. I put a cloth blanket thing over the mattress because that's what I saw when looking at pictures of hotels. Ah, jump scare. Here's the final renders. I may or may not have added a carpet. Insert me sounding confused while reading this and after say whether or not I added a carpet. Oh, yeah. I added a carpet as you may have noticed. Listen, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea how to end this video.